Yeah, I did change, and I'm really glad I changed.
This one's wife, the Disney Grift. What's that sound? Oh, that. We've been expecting it for ages. It's the sound of... No, not as the Pet Shop Boys once sang all those years ago. The atom splitting, which, if my memory serves me correctly, was the B-side to Left to My Own Devices. But rather, it's the sound of the grifter, grifting. Yes. This one's wife is on the grift once again, exhibiting her sense of entitlement and lack of accountability. Netflix don't like her anymore. The best they can offer her is a first look deal after the shitty end to the contract, which resulted in the part 2 of season 1 of With Love Meghan failing miserably in the ratings and the viewing figures. This one's wife, therefore, is out on the prowl for a new deal. She wants that residual benefit of money, spondulix, filthy lucre. It's very important to her, but options are thin on the ground. Spotify described her and her husband as fucking grifters. Lemonada laughed. They got the free publicity, and everybody thought Confessions of a Female Founder was a bag of shite. The fashion houses don't want to know her. The cosmetic giants are nowhere to be seen. Other streamers have shown precisely the square root of fuck all interest in her. But she's there, hungry for that money, and she has her sights trained on Disney. According to Jessica Green of the Daily Mail, this one's wife has shared a sweet, unseen photograph of Princess Lilibet and Prince Archie enjoying their trip to Disneyland. You'll recall in parts passing that this one's wife attended Disneyland with the Prince of Pink Pancakes and the two Invisi kids, and we dissected those behaviours a number of weeks ago. The Duchess of Sussex and her husband took their two children to the popular destination in June, ahead of appearing in a 2020 special about the famed resort. See also parts passing. Titled The Happiest Story on Earth, 70 Years of Disneyland, the documentary, which aired on Sunday, featured the Duke and his wife discussing their most recent visit as well as sharing family photos from the fun-filled holiday. One snap showed Lilibet and Archie admiring a The Little Mermaid themed cake, which you can see in the thumbnail, featuring the writing "Happy Birthday, Lily," to mark the princess's 4th birthday, alongside 2 tiers of characters, including Ariel and the crab, Sebastian. Wanting to guard their children's privacy, the image shared by Harry and this one's wife on the documentary showed only the backs of the young siblings, which of course is the default position for the 2 faceless children. Archie 6 and Lilibet 4, in case you've forgotten their ages, were captured leaning against one another in the adorable photo, with the princess reaching towards her impressive cake. The sweet treat was surrounded by an array of tasty-looking food and vibrant flowers, as well as a balloon that read Disneyland. But for royal fans, it was Lilibet's hair that was the real star of the show, with one person writing on X, "Lilibet's hair is so thick and long, plus a beautiful auburn colour." Another person said, "Archie and Lilibet are getting so big," while a third added, "Hey now, Lily's hair is something else. Looks like dark blonde golden." Back in June, this one's wife uploaded an Instagram post that included special moments from their visit to the happiest place on Earth. Utilisation of social media for the assertion of control and drawing of fuel. She shared a video montage from the 2-day Disneyland vacation as the family had a blast on numerous rides and indulged in delicious treats. One snippet showed both Lilibet and Archie having the chance to meet Disney princess Elsa from Frozen. This one's wife and Harry's children also had fun on some rides at the amusement park, such as Harry the Flying Elephant, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, and the Cars ride, which presumably was turned into a 4-car SUV motorcade. The couple were spotted having a blast of their own as they sat at the front while on Space Mountain together, which I think is where this one's wife engaged in her Julia Roberts moment. One short reel included in the post was taken as the family of four excitedly explored Disneyland and also visited the Star Wars Troopers. It goes on telling us more about what's gone on, and appearing on Sunday's documentary, Harry discussed their recent trip, saying, "Oh, to see the kids throw themselves into these experiences when they have no idea what they're walking into, it was amazing, and it brings out the kid in you again." Or, in his instance, not again, just maintaining it. "They're like, 'This is amazing,'" the father of two recalled of his children's response before entering the main park. "Like, 'Guys, this isn't the front of it. Prepare yourself. You're about to be blown away,'" with the usual incisive observations from the Prince of Pink Pancakes. Elsewhere on the special, the Duke recalled losing it over his excitement while visiting Disney World with his late mother, Princess Diana, and older brother, Prince William, as a child. When he was 8 years old, Harry joined his two family members on a trip to the Florida destination in 1993. "Oh, yeah, I remember it very, very well. I remember losing it as a kid with all the characters, like losing it," he shared, again demonstrating what an articulate man he is. This one's wife naturally chimed in to share that the amusement park was more accessible to her due to being born and raised in the Southern Californian area, stating the obvious, "Thank you for that," but it was still the biggest treat in the world. The suit's alum also remembered visiting Disneyland for grad night when she was in high school. "I don't even know why they let us do that," she said, with her husband jokingly added, "Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Can you do that in your 40s? Oh dear. So this was the appearance and the inclusion of the photograph that hadn't been shared hitherto, as this one's wife grifts to try and get Disney on side. Well, that's hardly a surprise, is it, that this one's wife is seeking to utilise her children for the purposes of going all in on Disney to try and secure some kind of arrangement with them. The problem is that she has no guaranteed deal with them. She might be trying to obtain that, but Disney has got quite a few problems at present. They've been significantly losing popularity as a consequence of content in their children's programming that some people deem inappropriate. There's been quite a lot of PR blowback, of course, in relation to the decision to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel. Irrespective of where you might stand in relation to that, the fact is that there are some people that have not approved of Disney's activity in that regard, and they've had significant adverse PR arising out of that decision. And accordingly, it's the case that, once again, this one's wife demonstrates her useless timing as she seeks to try and get involved with Disney when their popularity is taking a bit of a kicking at the moment. It's also worth pointing out that in relation to the picture that was shared, and I wasn't able to show you this in the thumbnail, it was a picture that was owned by Backgrid. So once again, they had been involved in taking the photograph that was from Disneyland, demonstrating once again the way that this one's wife is perfectly content for the children to be merged out. They are, of course, simple props in the world of this one's wife, utilised to help her grift for a deal with Disney at a time when Disney are not as popular as they once did, experiencing significant image issues of their own. And in effect, you would have to really query, why would they want to become involved with this one's wife, given the image issues that they currently have? This may well work against this one's wife, but it's clear that she's grifting to try and have an involvement with Disney. That is the current target that she has. And demonstrating that she doesn't give a rat's ass about the children, she's utilising pictures of them as part of this charm offensive to see if she can secure some kind of deal. The Disney grift has begun. Whether it gets anywhere remains to be seen, but it's not a surprise from this narcissist. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.